Hi, Going Crazy. This is Lily. I'm here to help you with this situation you're in with your new love interest. It seems like you're facing a legitimate issue with your communication, and I see why you're stressed. It's very understandable. But don't give up just yet. It sounds like this guy might just be too shy to open up to you in person and give you his true self. And in his defense, it is very easy to construct ideas and responses when the only thing standing in between you is a phone. And coming up with conversation on the spot can be very nerve-wracking for him. So I'm going to communicate with you the importance of perception, nonverbal communication, mindful listening, and self-disclosure. Face-to-face communication often has a huge role in perception because it allows people to perceive each other through how each person reacts and responds to things. And in one of the stories I was reading in a journal on emotions behind text messaging, a person shared a story about a classmate of theirs who lived every day of their lives text messaging, and that was all the classmate knew how to do. And the classmate said things like, "These text messages are my life," and that he wanted to represent himself in the right manner, according to him, and based solely off of his actions over the phone and internet. He cared about what his girlfriend and others thought of him, and based his relationships off of the conversations through text messaging. And so in this instance, that does play a role into the whole idea of perception. And you also have to keep in mind the importance of nonverbal communication. Being able to have that face-to-face contact is important because it allows people to feel each other out emotionally and mentally. Cues like body language and touch help strengthen emotional connection. And this is something that only comes with in-person contact. And I also want to go over self-disclosure, which is important because it covers reciprocation. You need to make sure that this guy is willing to reciprocate your feelings about this situation and he understands why this is important to you. David W. Johnson, who studies self-disclosure, says that you cannot reveal yourself. If you cannot reveal yourself, you cannot become closer to others, and you cannot be valued by others off of who you are. So this contact builds value in the relationship through things like empathy and emotional dependency in the good way. So this definitely shows that you want to talk to him, and it emphasizes that you're comfortable doing so. So we need to cover him being comfortable with that. Another thing to consider is mindful listening, which is another source of mine that says can be applied in many different kinds of listening, including information seeking and processing, evaluating, and therapeutic or empathetic listening. And so with this aspect, the in-person contact is critical to read each other's emotions and react from that, which creates a dynamic that no text message would be able to. And I recommend giving him time to feel comfortable with this change in dynamic with the texting and then face-to-face, but also make sure he knows why this is important to you, and know your why you actually want to speak with him and get to know him. Stress the fact that you have enjoyed the conversation so far and you want to emotionally verify your relationship with the in-person contact. And good luck with everything. And that's all I have to tell you right now, but hopefully it helps, and thank you for listening to what I had to say.